Go over. To review or examine legal documents or details. Synonym for. Go over. Review, examine, scrutinize, study, analyze, inspect. The legal team will go over the contract one more time before it is finalized. The attorney will go over the details of the case with the client before the trial. The lawyer will go over the terms of the contract with the client. Hold up in court. To withstand legal scrutiny or be considered valid in a legal setting. Synonym for. Hold up in court. Withstand legal scrutiny, be valid in court, endure legal examination, pass legal muster, be upheld in court, survive legal challenge. The contract was carefully drafted to ensure it would hold up in court if challenged. The prosecutor was confident that the evidence would hold up in court under scrutiny. The evidence presented by the prosecution may not hold up in court. Bring to trial. To initiate legal proceedings against a defendant. Synonym for. Bring to trial. Prosecute. Initiate legal proceedings, sue, press charges, take to court, indict. The prosecutor decided to bring the suspect to trial for the alleged embezzlement scheme. The victim's family urged the authorities to bring the perpetrator to trial for the violent assault. The prosecutor intends to bring the suspect to trial for the alleged crime. Rule out. To eliminate or exclude a possibility in a legal context. Synonym for. Rule out. Exclude, eliminate, dismiss, disregard, invalidate, discard. The defense attorney attempted to rule out the possibility of premeditated murder by presenting evidence of the defendant's mental state at the time of the crime. The judge may rule out certain evidence if it is deemed irrelevant. The judge ruled out the use of illegally obtained evidence during the trial, citing violations of the defendant's constitutional rights. Face charges. To be formally accused of committing a crime. Synonym for. Face charges. Be accused, be charged, be indicted, be prosecuted, be arraigned, face allegations. The suspect was arrested and is now facing charges of fraud. After months of investigation, the suspect was arrested and now faces charges of fraud and conspiracy. The CEO resigned from his position amid allegations of insider trading and now faces charges brought forth by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Drop charges. To decide not to pursue legal action against someone. Synonym for. Drop charges. Withdraw charges, dismiss charges, abandon prosecution, cease legal action, release from prosecution, cancel charges. The victim decided to drop charges against the perpetrator after a heartfelt apology and restitution. Due to insufficient evidence, the prosecutor decided to drop charges against the defendant accused of theft. The victim chose to drop charges after a settlement was reached. Go against. To violate or act contrary to the law or legal norms. Synonym for. Go against. Violate, contravene, disobey, break, transgress, defy. The defendant's actions clearly go against the terms of the contract, leading to a breach of agreement lawsuit. The actions of the company may go against antitrust regulations. Violating a restraining order could result in contempt of court charges, as it goes against the court's order. Bring to justice. To ensure that someone is held accountable for their actions through legal means. Synonym for bring to justice. Prosecute, punish, enforce the law, administer justice, uphold the law, hold accountable. It is the duty of law enforcement to bring to justice those responsible for committing heinous crimes. The authorities are determined to bring the perpetrators to justice. The advocacy group campaigned tirelessly to bring to justice the perpetrators of human rights abuses in the war-torn region. Plead guilty/not guilty. To formally admit or deny responsibility for a crime in court. Synonym for plead guilty/not guilty. Admit/deny culpability. Enter a plea of guilty/not guilty. Declare one's innocence/guilt. Avow culpability/innocence. Affirm/deny responsibility. Assert innocence/guilt. The defendant chose to plead not guilty during the arraignment. The defendant chose to plead guilty to the charges in exchange for a reduced sentence. Despite overwhelming evidence, the suspect pleaded not guilty to the murder charges and opted for a trial. Hand down a verdict. To announce the decision of a court after a trial. Synonym for hand down a verdict. Render a verdict, deliver a verdict, pronounce a verdict, issue a verdict, decide a verdict, announce a verdict. The judge will hand down the verdict at the end of the trial. The judge handed down a verdict of acquittal, citing lack of evidence to convict the defendant beyond a reasonable doubt. After deliberating for hours, the jury finally handed down a verdict of guilty on all counts. Go to court. To engage in legal proceedings or litigation. Synonym for go to court. Sue, litigate, prosecute, bring legal action, initiate legal proceedings, file a lawsuit. The company's legal team prepared to go to court to defend against allegations of patent infringement. The landlord and tenant couldn't resolve their dispute, so they decided to go to court to settle the matter. The two parties decided to go to court to resolve their dispute. Take the stand. To testify as a witness during a trial. Synonym for take the stand. Testify, give evidence, swear an oath, take an oath, give testimony, bear witness. The key witness was nervous as she prepared to take the stand and testify against the accused. The defendant's lawyer advised him on how to present himself effectively when taking the stand during cross-examination. The eyewitness was nervous about taking the stand in front of the jury. Appeal against. To challenge a court decision and seek a review from a higher court. Synonym for appeal against. Challenge, contest, contestation, dispute, protest, object to. The defendant decided to appeal against the verdict, believing that critical evidence had been overlooked during the trial. The defendant plans to appeal against the conviction. The environmental group filed an appeal against the court's decision to allow construction in the protected wetland area. Switch on or off. To turn on or turn off an electric light. Synonym 4. Switch on or off. Activate/deactivate. Power up/down. Engage/disengage. Start/stop. Flip on or off. Turn on or off. Please remember to switch off the lights when you leave the room to conserve energy. Don't forget to switch off the lights before leaving the room. He walked into the dark room and immediately switched on the lights to illuminate the space. Brighten up. To make something lighter or more illuminated. Synonym 4. Brighten up. Illuminate, lighten, enhance, cheer up, revitalize, enliven. Adding some colorful flowers to the table can brighten up the dining area and make it more inviting. Opening the curtains will brighten up the room. Opening the curtains in the morning can help brighten up the room and lift your mood. Put out. To extinguish a flame or light source. Synonym 4. Put out. Extinguish, quench, snuff out, douse, smother, stifle. Make sure to put out the candles before going to bed. He reached for the fire extinguisher to put out the flames engulfing the kitchen. The caretaker put out the candles after the event to ensure they didn't pose a fire hazard. Dawn on. To realize or understand something gradually. Synonym 4. Dawn on. Realize, comprehend, sink in, register, click, strike. It finally dawned on her that she had forgotten her keys. As he listened to the lecture, the realization of his mistake slowly began to dawn on him. It wasn't until hours later that the gravity of the situation finally began to dawn on her. Cast the light/shadow. To create illumination or darkness in a particular area. Synonym 4. Cast the light/shadow. Illuminate/obscure. Shed light on. Throw light on. Highlight. Illuminate/obfuscate. Enlighten/shroud. The street lamp cast a soft light over the park, creating a peaceful atmosphere. The tall buildings cast a long shadow over the narrow alley, making it feel even darker. The street lamp cast a soft light on the pathway. Bring to light. To reveal or make something known. Synonym 4. Bring to light. Reveal, uncover, expose, disclose, unearth, bring out. New evidence brought to light during the trial overturned the previous conviction. The investigation brought to light new evidence. The investigative journalist's expose brought to light corruption within the government. Shine through. To be visible or noticeable despite obstacles. Synonym 4. Shine through. Penetrate, permeate, radiate, emerge, stand out, glint through. Her talent shines through even in challenging situations. Despite facing numerous challenges, her optimism and resilience always shone through. The truth of her words shone through, convincing even the skeptics of her sincerity. Lamp up. To illuminate or light an area using lamps. Synonym 4. Lamp up. Illuminate with lamps, light up, brighten, illuminate, cast light, illuminate with lamps. The stage crew worked quickly to lamp up the theater before the performance began. They decided to lamp up the garden for the evening event. They decided to lamp up the garden for the evening party, creating a magical ambience with soft lighting. Flicker on off. To produce an unsteady or wavering light. Synonym for flicker on off. Flare up / down, waver on off, blink on off, twinkle on off, glint on off, spark on off. The old fluorescent light in the hallway flickered on and off, indicating that it needed to be replaced. As the storm raged outside, the lights in the house flickered on and off, casting eerie shadows across the walls. The candlelight flickered on and off as the draft from the window disturbed the flame. Throw light on. To provide information or clarity on a subject. Synonym for throw light on. Shed light on, illuminate, clarify, elucidate, explain, shed illumination on. The new report throws light on the company's financial practices, revealing discrepancies in their accounting methods. The expert's analysis threw light on the origins of the ancient artifact. Scientists hope that the study will throw light on the origins of the mysterious phenomenon observed in the night sky. Glow with. To emit a warm and steady light. Synonym for glow with. Radiate, emit, gleam with, beam with, shine with, burn with. The campfire glowed with embers as the flames died down, casting a soft light on the surrounding trees. The fireplace glowed with a comforting warmth. The lanterns glowed with a soft, golden light, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. Turn down. To reduce the intensity of light. Synonym for turn down. Dim, lower, reduce, diminish, tone down, decrease. Can you turn down the lights? It's too bright in here. The stage manager turned down the lights in the theater as the performance began. She turned down the bedside lamp to create a more soothing environment for sleep. Blow out. To extinguish a flame or light by blowing on it. Synonym for blow out. Extinguish, snuff out, put out, quench, douse, smother. He blew out the match after lighting the candle, leaving the room illuminated by its flickering flame. The wind blew out the candles on the birthday cake. A sudden gust of wind blew out the candles on the birthday cake, leaving everyone in darkness. Beam down / up. To direct light downward or upward. Synonym for beam down / up. Shine down / up, radiate down / up, direct down / up, emit down / up, project down / up, cast down / up. The lighthouse beamed down its guiding light, helping ships navigate safely through the rocky coastline. The spotlight beamed up into the night sky, illuminating the clouds with a soft glow during the outdoor concert. The lighthouse beamed light across the dark sea. Light up. To illuminate or brighten suddenly. Synonym for light up. Illuminate, brighten, illuminate, illuminate, brighten, lighten. The fireworks will light up the night sky. Her smile lit up the room, instantly brightening the mood of everyone around her. The fireworks lit up the night sky with bursts of color, creating a dazzling display for the spectators. Go up in flames. To catch fire and burn rapidly. Synonym 4. Go up in flames. Ignite, combust, catch fire, burst into flames, blaze, incinerate. The old building went up in flames after an electrical fire broke out in the basement. The dry brush quickly went up in flames when a spark from the campfire ignited it. The old building went up in flames within minutes. Turn on the light bulb. To have a sudden idea or moment of understanding. Synonym 4. Turn on the light bulb. Have a eureka moment. Have an epiphany. Have a flash of insight. Have a moment of clarity. Experience enlightenment. Have a revelation. It wasn't until he heard her explanation that the concept turned on the light bulb in his mind, and he grasped the theory. After hours of brainstorming, the sudden realization turned on the light bulb, and she finally understood the solution to the problem. The solution to the problem turned on the light bulb in his mind. You can find playlists for various languages in the video description. To practice the vocabulary, you are encouraged to explore our various apps. Links to these are also included in the description. If you found something new or interesting, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section and provide your valuable feedback. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more educational content.